Today on the channel, I joined the force, the action force that is, with the Steel Brigade Zolocon exclusive.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Steel Brigade Valaverse Action Force unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a special one as we got the Zolocon exclusive Steel Brigade. But for all your Steel Brigade needs and a whole lot more, Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there, and Jay's where I've been getting my Action Force figures from the last few reviews we've done. However, this one, as I said, was a Zolocon exclusive. Not sure if they ever sold any on their website. They might have, and they may still in the future. Obviously, eBay is a source for this as well, if you need this in your collection. Good buddy, good friend of the channel, Amon, got me this. Shout out to Amon over there. He picked this one up in the Mythic Legion Zolocon exclusive as well for me, so really appreciate him helping me out when he was at that convention there. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's check it out here. Got the old school retro Action Force packaging design here. Of course, blister cards, what they've moved to in the last year or so from Action Force. Once again, what is time? Looking good on the packaging. I will say they've had some issues in the packaging department. The last wave, every single one of mine were falling off the card. This one also has some of those problems where it's just falling off the card. It's like the glue wasn't sticky enough, apparently. Not that big a deal for me. I am opening these up, but if you're one of those collectors out there that wants these on card, might be a little bit more difficult to find them that way. So once again, your mileage may vary, but cool old school throwback Action Force carding here. On the back, we do get the blurb, the file card. You know me, I'm a sucker for a file card. And shout out to the Valaverse. I absolutely love this point system here. It brings me back to the old days, gives you a little extra challenge, gives you something extra to collect. So I really enjoy that aspect of the whole thing. Obviously, Pandora, they're showing right here, the latest and greatest. I did unbox that. I did pick that up with my points. You can too as well. So go to their website, find that out. But I do think that is really cool. I love clipping the file card, love saving the points, love getting a free figure in a roundabout way. Cool old school cross sell up there as well. Always appreciate that. There's the old Vanguard. We unboxed that on the channel as well. So we've unboxed a lot of these. Sidewinder, Senshi, Atlas, Colonel Siege, unboxing them all here on the channel. So check out the reviews, of course. But Valaverse looking good. Steel Brigade, of course, a carryover from the G.I. Joe days. Hasbro let the IP slip. Valaverse swooped in. Good business, if you ask me. But I'm not going to read the whole back. You can, of course, read that if you want to. Pause the video. You know how that goes. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. We can just slide him out of the card since the carding's kind of fallen off, as I did mention. So we do got that going on there. Up high. See you later, goodbye. All right, we do get the Valaverse stand. Seen it before. Guess what? We'll see it again. See you later. Right off the screen. Goodbye. Then we get a little plastic prison. Looks like we got one twist tie here. One twist tie here. A little McFarlane style right there is what we call that. There you go, Todd. What do you think? Oh, yeah? Well, you're a big fan. I knew it. I shouldn't even have asked the question. We knew you're a big fan of all that. But looking good right here. Todd loves a twist tie. He loves a Bobby Vala too, don't you? You were telling me how much you respect Bobby Vala. You said he sometimes, gets out there, is a little bit brash in some of his stuff, is what you said. But you said you appreciate that. And you know what? I do too. See you later. Goodbye. Tell it like it is. No need to toe any lines. And obviously, he's going to root for himself. It's his company. Just like Todd McFarlane from the couch, he's going to root for his company first. I think we'd all do that as well. So let's dive into the Steel Brigade here with some twists and turns. We'll compare some other Steel Brigades later on in this video. I didn't march them all out from my collection, but a couple of key ones is what I did. So now, as usual, we get extra hands with these. We got two trigger finger hands right out of the package. We got two fists of fury. You got to have that for the punches and bunches. We know how that works. We do get the hand here where you can hold the weapon on the side. Of course, we always see that one. And then we get one for the other hand as well. And then we do get another trigger set of hands, or just gripping hands, I guess we'll call these two right here. So choose your own hand adventure. Always nice to have all the different hands under the playbook. We do get a nice backpack here. Of course, fits in the back. G.I. Joe old school style, plugs in the back. Nice backpack, got some color, got the Brigade logo on there. Got some carabiners on the side. Yeah, shout out to carabiners everywhere. Looking good there, but it is a nice traditional backpack. Looks like something we would have got back in the day as well. Diving into some weapons, we got some heavy artillery over here. Two big old blasters, two big old guns here. Very interesting. Now, you guys know I don't know my guns. I don't know my guns. I think I shot a gun once when I was a little kid at my grandpa's, and I think I killed a rabbit and felt bad about that poor rabbit, of course. That's the way it goes when you kill things, I guess. Maybe not. I guess there's a lot of hunters out there that don't feel bad. But, you know, if I'm going to hunt, you got to get used to the meat or something. You got to have a reason to hunt. I wouldn't be just killing animals to kill. I'd be doing it to, you know, eat. Or, of course, you're right, Todd McFarlane, to get some beautiful taxidermy in your house. Everybody loves taxidermy. That is the antique store challenge. You ever go to an antique mall, you go to an antique place? It's a real antique place if you can find some taxidermy. Oh, shout out to the taxidermy, of course. But a wild weapon here. You even got a little like pistol on the end down here. So I don't know if it's like I guess it's a double barrel weapon. Not sure if this is the real deal. I assume it is. I don't think it's a made up weapon, but it does look good. The green and black attack on both of these here, looking very nice. Of course, magazines do come out in very fitting taxidermy monthly right on here on this one. And what do we got over here? This one comes out as well. And it looks like antiquing for taxidermy. Two popular magazines in this day and age. You do have those if you do want them, of course. And then we do get a little bit of lights right here, of course, fits in the top of the helmet. You got to light the way. You never know what you're going to be up to. We've seen that before from the Valaverse as well. So a lot of good accessories here, but we're not done with the accessories, as we do get a nice weapon here. It is a knife, of course, a little blade action. Stores right there in the chest. That's one thing I really love, is you can always store everything on the figure for the most part here. Always enjoy that. Nobody wants baggies of stuff if they don't have to. We do get two grenades, or is it gas grenades right up here? But you do got two stored on the vest over here. And then we do get two blasters. He's got two holsters here, like he's in the Old West, of course. We do get that pistol we've seen in the past. And then this one here holds two more magazines, and he's keeping it on brand. Antlers monthly, of course. You got to find those 12-point bucks. 20-point bucks? 50 points. Todd, that's crazy. 50-point buck. And then Fishing Game, of course. Two more great magazines out there. Shout out to the hunter of the Valaverse. Now, got this figure here. We went through all the accessories. Now we're going to dive into the head. Now, we do get the standard Steel Brigade helmet here with a twist. We got the vac metal going on there. That is the big selling point of this figure, of course, is the head. Beautiful vac metal. He might have been a Silver Hawk once upon a time. It's silver, after all. I don't believe this is the Copper Kid all grown up. I don't think so, of course. One of the greatest places to live ever, of course, the Planet of the Mimes. You guys know all about it if you know Copper Kid, of course.
And from the Planet of the Mimes, the Copper Kid.
But looking good. I don't got any problems with this one here. You do got the plug-in in the top of the helmet, as I did mention. Got a little bit of a kind of a smoky gray goggle over the top, over the front. Looking very nice there. Shoulder pads on the side. Got the Steel Brigade logo. Big vest over the top. We mentioned that earlier. You do got pockets around there. All kinds of holsters on the side. He's loaded for bear, of course. Got the blue jumpsuit throughout. Brown boots. Got the brown gloves as well. Articulation arms go all the way around for us. You do get butterfly shoulders. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Those are the hits I like. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Neck back and forth, side to side. Double articulation there. Waist articulation, of course. Not too much else outside of that with the big vest over the top. You do get those big Steel Brigade splits. Kinda. Drop down hips, of course. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Extremely tight as usual. Boot cut, ankles up, down, back and forth. The usual articulation here. Always a little bit tight out of the package. Rather have a tight figure than a loose figure. That's what I always tell my wife as well. So this is very, very similar, of course. And fits on a Valaverse Action Force stand, I hope. What do you know? Fits on the old Sandy stand right there. He should, after all. He was made for it. But looking very, very good. The Zolocon exclusive vac metal. Not sure how hard this is to track down on eBay, if there's a lot out there. You guys might have to just check. Your mileage may vary, of course. Got to get the deal is always the recommendation. Probably my favorite Steel Brigade still is kind of the Night Force one that we got, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, what is time. Always enjoy that one. Of course, the OG is not bad itself. Like the vac metal on this, though. Vac metal is always nice on figures, as long as it's done right, as we do know as well. But the Steel Brigade keeps growing. We've got female Steel Brigades. We've had a lot in the collection, a lot of unboxings over the years. This is the latest and greatest, and I don't think this can be the last one for us when all things are settled and done, of course. So there it is, the Zolocon exclusive Steel Brigade. What's your thoughts on this one? Worth to pick up for you? Pass, long game, no game, not so sure game? Let me know your thoughts on the old Steel Brigade. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my other YouTube channel. 2 channels going every single day. Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, the best place to support the channel, plus all kinds of bonuses over there. Appreciate the support. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Of course, my new podcast, every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast, of course, on YouTube. And my new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, available from me, Amazon, or Barnes & Noble. Appreciate the support over there. So for Zolocon and the Steel Brigade, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.